Kyle Rush. Glad to have you alongside as Tennessee makes their way from Rocky Top to the beach as Jalen Stout and Coastal Carolina look to get a marquee win against Tennessee and create a 500 record as they sit at 3-4. Brings us to our Things That Matter, presented by Window World. First for the Lady Vols. In this three-match win streak, the block has been really good. Can they get a block party going on Saturday night in Conway? And defensively, find Jalen Stout. She is the engine that makes this Chanticleer offense go. If you limit her, it'll force Coastal Carolina to look elsewhere. For the Chanticleers, can you play the game and not necessarily the jersey in Tennessee? Stay in system. And a big part of that, too, will be starting the point. 13 errors from the service line. That won't be good enough against Tennessee here tonight. It's a clash between the Lady Vols and Chanticleers from the HTC Center in Conway, and it's next on ESPN+. Chanticleers ready to go as they will serve first on this Saturday night in front of a good crowd inside the HTC Center. Glad to have you alongside as Samaria Unal will get us started from the service line for Coastal Carolina. And the first serve is away. Play to the back line. First swing for the Lady Vols. It's a touch. Stout kept it alive. No, it hit the deck. Stout thought she kept it alive. Instead, the first kill for Ncaa. Chiash, who transferred from Towson, has been a big part of what Tennessee has accomplished this year offensively. Caroline Kerr now to the service line for the Lady Vols. Redshirt sophomore out of Champaign, Illinois, gets the tape, and it works out. Rolled over for an ace for Kerr. Reigning SEC Player of the Week and Setter of the Week in the SEC. Have a match with 50+ assists. That tends to help that cause. Lewis handles the serve here. Out wide, Lezak. Dug by Kerr. Sets up another swing. That one is wide. And the Chanticleers on the board for the first time in set one. So in is Kagla Bengi, who will come on to serve. A good passer in her own right, the senior setter from Bursa, Turkey. Serves with a 2-1. This hit slightly, keeps it alive, gives it a swing for Chiash. Comes back, Fowler. Good dig on the back line. Lewis has the answer. Fowler again. Another good dig for the Lady Vols. Another swing on the outside, and this time Chapman puts it down. Chapman perhaps is the next to fall. A legacy line for Tennessee is the outside hitter position. Tennessee lost 5 starters from the tournament team where they hosted a regional a season ago. 2 of them All-American outside hitters. Kept alive, and Varani smashes it down the middle. But Bengi made the play by getting to the set before it came back to the net, and Varani then able to pay it off. But Morgan Fingal, Janiyah Moore, 2 All-American outside hitters, and this is an ace, and we're level. 2 All-American outside hitters for the Lady Vols a season ago, and they think perhaps Peyton Chapman can be the next one under Eve Rackamwatt, their head coach. But the Chanticleers leveled things up. Fowler the ace last time. Serve receive much better here. Near side swing, it's long from Chapman on this go-round. So the Chanticleers, their first lead at 4-3 in the first. There's a good look at Jalen Stout. She'll be a big part of the equation for the Chanticleers here tonight. Fowler again back at the service line. And well, they go down the middle. Lewis there to keep it alive. Malone places it over. Down the middle come the Vols. Chanticleer's there for the dig. Malone will hit it and get stuffed. Peyton Chapman sends it back to level the score. Chapman, who stands at 6'3", teams up on an impressive block here. She, along with Kiki Granberry, one of the returning starters from last year, makes an early impact there. Varani tries to answer. Down the middle she goes. Second kill for Varani, and it's 5-4. And Sydney Lewis, the libero, back to the service line. As she drifts it long. First service error for Coastal Carolina. Something in the first 3 matches for Tennessee. Granted, some of the best competition in the country played 2 top 10 teams in Penn State and Louisville, but the backline defense, that was a spot of bother at times. Malone goes to the back line. They keep it alive momentarily as Chapman was able to get a piece, but nothing more than that. So a kill for Malone, and the Chanticleers back on top. Stout with the service line. And miscommunication for the Lady Vols. Has the pass, and they were just looking for where to go, and then the ball fell between them. Ashley King tried to set it up, and there was nobody there. So Stout, now with her team in front, 7-5, back to the service line. Stout leads the Chanticleers in kills, assists, and service aces on the year. Right on cue, she's got another. 8-5 shots. Stout coming off her 4th triple-double of the year. All smiles, rightfully so, after she picked up yet another service ace. 15 kills, 15 assists, 12 digs in that win over Gardner-Webb. Down the middle comes Tennessee. There defensively with the shots. Free ball over. Lady Vols attack again. Lewis there again. 3rd time, Doug. Lezak finds the mark. And they are fired up in Conway. Defense to offense, it's 9-5. Another good serve from Stout. Out wide they come, that's long. Hayden Kubik didn't get a touch. And Eve Rackham-Watt talking things over on the sideline. She's thinking about time, she will take one. Timeout, Tennessee. It has been all shots early. They lead 10-5 behind an emphatic crowd here in the first set. Stout on a roll at the service line. The defense is clicking on all cylinders for Steve Luswick and Coastal Carolina, who have doubled up the Lady Vols in the first 15 points. It's 10-5, Chanticleers.
Hello, do you need assistance? Hello, do you need assistance?
Mama,
I will protect you. Do you need?
You are ordered to return home.
We have to help her.
It's one of the best movies, period.
I will protect you.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Substitution coming out of it. Ncaa comes in after the timeout from Coach Rackham-Watt and Tennessee, looking for answers as Jalen Stout has been on a roll at the service line. Shauna clears with a 5-point lead. Spins it in. Backline attack. Big swing, Doug. Stout tees it up. Lezak. There was King from the back line. That one kept alive. Excellent defense from Anna Smith. Shauna clears a chance to play here. Malone off the block. They are humming in Conway. Anna Smith, 4 in black, has been superb defensively against this Lady Vols attack. Stout again at the service line. A 6-0 scoring run ends on a service error. So Tennessee will go back to the service line in a very different circumstance than last time they had it. Hayden Kubik, transfer from Nebraska. Her sister made quite the name for herself in the Cornhuskers. Serves into Malone. Stout's got to go get it. And it is a free ball over. And on 2, Kerr dumps it down. Started with a serve from Kubik. Sister made her name for herself with the Cornhuskers, Maddie Kubik, and then played professional volleyball in Italy. Now Hayden trying to make her mark with the Lady Vols. Another good serve to Malone. Stout handles it. Lezak puts it down. A good side out there from the Chanticleers, and it's 12-7 as Bailey Earnhardt comes to the service line. Appeared in all but 3 matches 1 season ago. Played in all 7 to start 2024. As Earnhardt danced to beauty down the line. Chanticleers chance to work with this. Down the middle, Unal. Good dig. Jones sets up a swing, but it's long. Ncaa missed the mark. Chias, who averages over 3.5 kills a set, missed the mark there. Just 1 kill and 4 swings for her so far. It's 13-7 shots. Another good serve. Backline attack coming, and it's stuffed. Fowler and Unal say access denied down the boundary. Lead back to 7. Earnhardt dances a good one there. Battle at the tape. Unal to Stout. Chanticleers do get it over. Trying to dump it on 2. Fowler. Stout keeps it alive. Lewis keeps it alive. Fowler again. Lewis the cover. Out wide for Lezak. Tennessee has control. And they find the mark. A beauty from Chias that time. Spins it into the back line. And it's 14-8. Sydney James, the sophomore from Northfield, Minnesota now at the service line for Tennessee. Trying to get the Lady Vols on a run, trailing by 6. here in the opening set. That'll help. Second ace of the set for Tennessee. Important here if you're the Chanticleers, up 5. Get a clean side out and try to maintain that lead. Don't let the Lady Vols gather momentum. Fowler passes to Lezak. Can't get it down. Chance here. Stout read it well. Lezak go get another swing. From the back line, that's blocked but long. 3 in a row now for the Lady Vols. And a big swing from Kubik from the back row. Good dig along the way from Granberry. And just like that, 3-0 run, Tennessee back within 4. Stout tries the middle this time. And into the net went Uno. Double hit, timeout, Coastal Carolina 14-11 as Tennessee on a 4-0 run after Coastal Carolina led 14-7. So Steve Luswick will call time, and he Sun Belt Coach of the Year 1 season ago. Eve Rackham-Watt, co-coach of the year in the SEC. So coaching prowess on full display. And you see a good look there at Agata Lezak, the senior outside hitter from Warsaw, Poland, who had a couple big swings there. She is the subject of our player to watch. 3rd in kills for the Chanticleers, 2nd in blocks. Player to watch presented by Jakun Chevrolet. Lezak already making an impact. A pair of kills already here in this opening set. And her veteran experience, can she keep this team poised? The team that, yes, does return some pieces from that squad a season ago that won the Sun Belt. In fact, they were in the Knoxville Regional. 2 teams nearly played last season. Chanticleers were bounced by Western Kentucky. That was Tennessee's last opponent. That too was on the road. That one went 5 sets as the Lady Vols won in a thriller. Here they trail in the first, but winners of the last 4 points. Sydney James at the service line trying to keep it going. So we'll see how Steve Luswick's team responds out of the timeout. As James serves away. Fowler tries to end the run. Kept alive by James on the dig, and the kill to be had by Chiash. And Tennessee has made it a 5-0 run. And if you're Coastal Carolina, where do you go for that one big swing to end the run? Fowler had a good look at it. It was defended well. James had a good dig to set up the point for the Lady Vols. Here on the service line, it'll be Fowler out wide. Again, James there. Set up Chiash again. Blocked, but wide. Uno thought she had it. It just missed the mark. And now Tennessee within 1. As they have reversed things here. On a 6-0 run of their own. This time, it's wide on the serve. So both teams here in this opening set have had a 6-0 run, both end on service errors after good runs at the service line from Sydney James for Tennessee and Jalen Stout for the Chanticleers. Chanticleers maintain the lead, although now just 2. As Unal in the original rotation in for the Chanticleers. Out wide, Chiash. Earnhardt keeps it alive. Fowler from there. Dug by Kubik. Chiash, Earnhardt's there. Stout to Lezak. Off the touch, but King kept it alive. The touch. Unal, Stout, Fowler. kept in play. Free ball over for the Chanticleers. Stout will set it up wide. Here's Fowler again. This time she puts it down. One of the longer sequences tonight, and it belongs to Coastal Carolina. As Fowler, who has come into her own, the sophomore outside hitter, 16 kills, a career high in the Chanticleers win over Virginia. Tried to go on 2, and it's kept alive. They play on. Both teams were confused for a moment. Outside it goes Lezak. Cover there, and Tennessee will get the point after it went into the net. It was kept alive by Stout. And Tennessee nearly made a blunder of it, because they weren't sure that it was in. Kerr back to the service line for the Lady Vols. Kerr with 5 assists here in the opening set. Had an acer last time to the service line. Here it's a service error. Second of the set for Tennessee. And the lead 3 for the Chanticleers here in set 1 as Bengi goes to the service line. And just does climb over the tape. Out wide, that one's pushed right through the middle by Peyton Chapman. Another freshman outside hitter. She's had herself a nice set. Pair of kills on 4 swings for Chapman. Hitting at a 500 clip. Big jump server, Hart there. Pass a little long, defended well by Tennessee. Fowler's gonna try it again, and she got a good set, and this time delivered. Dumps it in front of Chias. Lead back to 3. And now Fowler to the service line. Knuckleball serve, handled well. Back line, right down the pipe comes Chapman. Boy, played beautifully by Kerr that time. And Chapman got a real good look at it coming right down the boundary. And the freshman outside hitter. The Lady Vols has them back within a pair. As Abby Eckler serves away. Verratti down the middle again. Valentina Verratti leading the Chanticleers in kills in this opening set from her middle blocker spot. And she's had plenty of reason to celebrate as Lewis spins one across to answer. They do off the touch. It's Kubik. Back within 2 as they trade points on the side out, back and forth. Now Chapman, 3 kills and 5 swings. What can she do from the service line? Oh, on 2. Had Tennessee off balance. Gets a free ball over. Out wide, Stout's just got to try to place it. Oh, does she ever? Right down the tape she goes. A touch of class from the sophomore. That was a thing of beauty. And now Stout at the service line. Missed the rotation that spawned a 6-0 run earlier in the set. King handled the serve. Chias. The block played there. Malone, was it off the touch? No. Chanticleers say it was. We'll see if Coach Luswick thinks it's good enough to challenge. Unal did, and then the rest of the team followed. So they're going to take a look here and see if it was off the touch. Certainly worth it at 2018. Make a big difference. 21-17 feels very different. So they will look and go to the replay monitor to see if indeed there was a touch on the block attempt. Robert Boggs, Morgan Shannon, our officials here tonight. As Robert Boggs has a look at the replay monitor to see if the Malone strike did indeed get a touch. If not, the margin just 2. If it did, Jalen Stout back at the service line for the shot of clears, and it looks like we have our verdict. I think you can read lips there. I think no touch is going to be the call. So no touch. And to the service line will go Kubik. Here's a look. Like right over top of the block, and you see King, the libero for Lady Falls, and you know, shaking your hands like, we didn't get a piece of that one. Ncaa. Cleaned up by Eckler. Long pass, Chaish, missed long. Boy, it was a good pass to give Chaish that good of a look at it. But she misfired. 4 kills for Chaish. 2 attack airs, hitting just at 154. It's taken her 13 swings to get those kills. As Earnhardt goes to the service line, Shauna clears up 3. That was right down the line. It was close. Tennessee had to play it. Stout out wide, Fowler. Aaron Jones the dig. Gives Chaish a chance. Back within a pair. And James' serve, as we mentioned, Stout at the service line started a 6-0 run. James did the same for Tennessee. Her last trip to the service line. And it starts with an ace here. That ball just dived right in front of Earnhardt, and Steve Luswick calls time. The margin just 1, so Tennessee with 1 timeout remaining here in the set. Shauna Clears trying to take a set from Tennessee to open things out of the gate here. Tennessee ranked 16th in the country despite a 3-2 start, but their 2 losses to teams that are currently inside the top 10. They started the season. Since then, they upended UCLA, LIU. Those were both sweeps. UCLA was 25th in the country at the time. And then Western Kentucky, who took them 5. A big reason why this 3-game win streak for Tennessee, Nina Chaish has been a big part of it. Leads the Lady Vols in kills, 2nd in digs, 3rd in blocks. As you see her in the background there, trying to solve this riddle as the graduate transfer from Towson has made her mark with the Lady Vols and trying to help them climb back here in this opening set. They trail by 1. Chaish has been a big part of the story. 5 kills, but it hasn't been as efficient as perhaps she or her head coach Eve Rackham-Watt would like. James, fresh off the ace, back at the service line, trying to level the score. Stout. Fowler to keep the shot. It clears ahead. Dig was had. Kubik. Chaish blocked. She sends it back over. Earnhardt keeps it alive. Fowler again. Another fine defensive play as it's kept alive by James. Lezak tries to place it over. Big momentum point coming, and across the line was Kubik. Kubik went right across the line, and as a result, it was a freebie for Coastal Carolina. She knew it as soon as she heard the whistle. The lead back to 2 for the Chanticleers. Unal serves. Chias. Fowler keeps it alive, but returned to sender, and Granbury knew how to finish it. And it's right back to 1. Ever since that 6-0 Chanticleer run, Tennessee's gotten within 1, but they have not drawn level since early on in the set. And you see a wide open avenue there for Granbury, as she was able to put it down quickly. And now stoppage. Taylor, your official at the scores table. I think trying to make sure Tennessee rotated properly here, as Rackham Watt and Robert Boggs have a conversation over there on the far sideline. Now we're ready, and Caroline Kerr to serve away. Stout for Fowler. Lead back to 2 as Stout sets up another. Just 1 kill for Stout, but already 3 assists to go with 4 digs. And a big point there to keep the lead at 2. Bengi at the service line. They're going to go on 2, and again they find the mark. Bengi was able to get a piece of it. Now will we be tied at 23, or will it be set point Chanticleers? So it hangs in the balance as Chias goes to the service line. Bengi, oh, they run into each other. Fowler ran into Bengi, and it threw the point in disarray, and we're tied at 23. So a set point will come on the other side of this sequence. And now Chias, a chance to put the Vols in front. Bengi, Stout. She said not yet. Jalen Stout, a week or so ago, did Coastal Carolina podcast with Sam Wiederhaft and said, when the crowd is roaring and the environment is hot, she said, that's the environments we like to play in. That's what you thrive in as a player. She said, I love games like that. And you see the reaction there. Goes with the statement after a big kill to set up set point for Coastal Carolina. And Stout, a flamethrower, and a celebration to go with it, has the Chanticleers on the doorstep in front of what has been an impressive turnout for the Chanticleer crowd. And now they're trying to finish off this opening set. Verani talking things over with her club along with the assistant coach Susan Clements. Both teams now out of timeouts, as Tennessee knows they need a good side out to prevent the Chanticleers from having a swing to steal the first set. Fowler at the service line for Coastal Carolina. She ended the proceedings against Gardner-Webb with a kill on Thursday night. Now she's at the service line for a Coastal Carolina set point. Down the middle they come. Granbury ties it at 24. When in doubt, go to the veteran. Granbury, the junior, able to ensure there will at least be 2 more points in the first. The pressure on Coastal Carolina to get a successful side out here. It's for Malone. And it gets the job done. Handled initially, but Pollock couldn't get it across. Set point number 2 as Sydney Lewis goes to the line for Coastal Carolina. And most of the crowd now to their feet. The substitution on, out goes Pollock. In is Emily Beaker, a junior middle blocker. Seems they look her direction. Beaker called for it, instead they go Chapman's way. Stout to finish the set. Yes, she does! How about that? Coastal Carolina wins set 1, 26-24, and has the crowd in a frenzy in Conway. Have another look. Certainly worth the battle. 26-24, shots win the opener.
Mama.
I will protect you. I will protect all of you.
Don't wanna say goodbye.
The Wild Robot is the best animated movie of the year.
You are ordered to return home.
We have to help her.
Love you till the day that
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
The Wild Robot, rated PG, in theaters September 27.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove deodorant helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Gonna do the 2-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it.
You could start a farm in your apartment, or you could get fresh groceries delivered.
We have to move.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than quarterback Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
It's lovely, Peyton.
Did you say Peyton or Peyton?
Peyton.
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 Great work.
Thank you. For your insurance and financial needs, Peyton, Nationwide is on your side.
So the crowd on hand has been treated to an incredible opening set. Chanticleers capturing the first 26-24. And in case you're just joining us, it is a frenzy here inside the HTC Center as the Chanticleers finish it in style in set number 1. Here's how it looked as Bengi set up and Stout dotted the line to polish off set 1, and the Chanticleers ensure a 1-set-to-none lead over nationally ranked Tennessee, who came into this match ranked 16th in the country. And now Coastal Carolina will try to follow that one up with an encore here in set 2. Impressive effort all the way around. Stout, Ferrani, Fowler, all with 3 kills. Chanticleers hit 314 in the opening set. Meanwhile, Tennessee just hits 186. Chiash led the way with 5 kills, but it took her 17 swings to get there. Tennessee at the service line first here in set number 2. And it will be Ncaa who's back to the service line. We're having a brief chat with Caroline Kerr, who will get us started in the second. Stout to get it started in set 2. Just wide off the tape, and it caused it to go just off the mark. So the Lady Vols start 1-0. As they did in the first, they actually got the first 2 points in the opening set. Both teams enjoyed a 6-0 run. And Chanticleer's got the big points late. This could be a big one here. Fowler, can she keep it alive? No, it's 2-0 Tennessee to start the second. Back-to-back really good serves from Caroline Kerr. And Tennessee, they have a feeling they're trying to restore order after dropping the first. Service error, sends it long, and it's 2-1. Malone in for Earnhardt, and Fowler goes to the service line. Almost seems she's grown up some, trying to fill that Jasmine Reve role, as down the middle, Granberry, a flamethrower to make it 3-1. And now Ncaa heads to the service line. Granberry, a couple big swings late in set 1, and picks up her 3rd kill here early in the second. And Ncaa missed the mark. Back-to-back service errors for the Lady Vols. It's already 4 service errors for Tennessee. Already matched their number they had in set number 1 with 2 early here in the second. Lewis adds to the Chanticleer total. 1 service error deserving another. Coastal Carolina now with 3 in the match. And Tennessee back up prepared. And it's a service ace as Abby Eckler whipped one right through the back line, and it was too hot to handle. See if she goes back that direction again. Malone handles this one. Bengi, uno. Chanticleer's got to that one quickly, and it pays off as they get the kill. And I think we had, looks like an insect. Speaking of kills, I think Sydney Lewis went in for the kill. The bug that landed just inside the boundary. Like a dance celebration at first, but nope. She was in kill mode, usually setting them up. She gets one as Stout goes to the service line. Kerr tees it up for Chapman. In-system attacking looks so good for Tennessee at times, as it did there. And quickly, Tennessee with a 6-3 edge here in the second. Stout to keep it alive for Malone, and that's a thing of beauty. Certainly didn't look like she was going to get to have a swing like that, but a really good pass from Stout. And the senior from Round Rock, Texas, delivered the goods. within a pair at 4-6. From the back line, Ncaa, Stout was there. It'll be Lezak this time. Kept alive, but it's going to be a free ball. Stout out wide, Lezak again. And into the antenna went Tennessee. And now they're going to talk about this one here. It was called from the back judge, so they want to talk this one over. And Caroline Kerr, certainly an interested spectator. The officials all conferring near side about what they did see. As it stands at 6-5, Shauna clears. And here's another look. They say replay the point. It was said that it hit the antenna. I think that's the conversation. Stout and Kerr being brought to Lloyd, and Stout talking things over with the official. They'll replay the point. Kerr was upset. It was set in disarray. I think even if you played it on, I think still the advantage might have been Coastal Carolina's way. Either way, we'll take a mulligan, and this one just long. So it works out Tennessee's favor, and it's 7-4. You can see on that replay, it clearly didn't hit the antenna, but it seemed like Shauna Clears were going to get a swing. Instead, Tennessee by 3. As Cubic serves away. Stout goes far side for Fowler. Right in front of Eckler. And Fowler, another impressive looking swing. It all started on the serve receive. The block wasn't really there, and Fowler took advantage. Tennessee on the side out this time. They go wide to Beaker, and she doesn't disappoint. The Hendersonville native, the redshirt junior middle blocker, stands at 6'5". Got an opportunity and cashed it in to keep the lead back at 3. Really good serve there. Earnhardt did well to keep it alive. Varani, free one for the shots here. Lezak to polish it off. Granberry got a piece, couldn't steer it back in play. And it's back within 2. Back and forth we go. Last handful of points. Stout with 6 assists now to go with 5 digs and 3 kills. Bengi comes in for Lezak at the service line. Kerr tees it up. Ncaa, Lewis the dig. Fowler gets a shot at it. Kept alive. Free ball over. Bengi back to Fowler. She has had some big time swings in the first set and change, leading Coastal Carolina in kills with 5. That comes with no errors in 13 swings. Not bad for the sophomore. Ncaa, blocked but wide. Stout got a piece with Varani. They couldn't quite steer it down the boundary. Tennessee back by a pair. So Ncaa picks up kill number 6. As Caroline Kerr serves away. Bengi down the middle. Varani, was it off the touch? No. So Varani, one of the few missteps she's had tonight, had 3 kills in that first set in just 5 swings. The error stretches the lead back to 3 for the Lady Vols with Kerr at the service line. She got the set started for Tennessee, winning the first 2 points. It's Stout who gets a swing, and she delivers. Kill number 4 for 7 in black. You see why they like getting her involved. She's such a good passer, so it's hard to take her there, but she can swing it too. As Fowler misses long, so a service error. Stretches the lead back to 3. Another service error, the second for the Chanticleers here in the set. As the serve turns to Ncaa now. It's a good one. Lewis there for it. Verratti missed the last one. Did no such thing here. Misfire last go around. This time she had the flamethrower. And there was little that Ashley King could do about it as Lewis serves it back toward King. For the back line, Chiash, good dig, Lewis. Stout, through the block and now. As she came with a big swing. Needed a lot on it to muscle it through the Lady Vol block, and she did just that. Shantz back within 1. One might have drifted out, but it was played. Chapman turned aside. They'll get another crack at it. Here she comes again. Dig had by Smith. Malone rolls it over. Malone the changeup, and we're tied in set 2. And timeout Tennessee as Malone rolled it across. No, it's not a timeout, just some substitutions here. I think Steve Rackamont thought about it, talking with one of our assistants. Kelsey Campo calls out the signs before Lewis serves away. Off the block, Chapman gets the kill. Pretty good hands from Tennessee Sports Information Director. Caught that one-handed. Johnstown notes, doesn't miss a beat. Well done. Tennessee back on top by 1. Bengi out wide from Malone. Missed the mark. Tried to dance it down the sideline. So Tennessee stemming the tide back in their favor. They're winners of 2 points in a row. As Mackenzie Plante, outside hitter from Dipping Springs, Texas, 6 and white, has checked in. Malone will try it again. Blocked this time. Stout able to take a swing off of it. Plante. Back for Stout. Dig was had. Kerr. Plante. Turned aside. Whistle comes into the net with Coastal Carolina. As Jalen Stout, I think, got a piece of the net on the block try, and it's 3 in a row for Tennessee. Good response for the Lady Vols after Coastal Carolina worked to tie it, and now make it 4 off the service ace. That one danced in front of Smith, and that will lead us to a timeout. 15-11, Tennessee on a 4-0 run. They're trying to level the score here after dropping the first set. It's 15-11, Lady Vols here in set 2.
Join tonight for free at GoCCUSports.com.
15-11. The lead 4 for Tennessee in the second set. They've won 4 points in a row after Coastal Carolina tied it at 11. Malone has to try from the back line, steers it in. Ncaa was there for the dig, and then it's polished off from there. As Tennessee starting to fire on all cylinders. It's a 5-0 spurt as Emily Beaker is able to put it down. Kerr, another assist, 15 of them now for the Lady Vols. Trying to finish on the errant serve receive, but it's turned back around off the dig from Lewis, the kill Malone. Beaker got a free look at it on an errant serve receive. And you see Lewis with the dig to start the point for the Chanticleers. Malone able to finish it off. That ends the run. Tennessee by 4. Lezak the dig this time. Malone will try it again. Block coverage there. Malone sends it back. Access denied by Lauren Malone. All smiles for the Chanticleers there, 16-13. Entertaining match so far. A little confusion on the serve receive here. Can they get anything off of it? No, it's a free ball. Stout out wide. Malone again. She's got the last 3 Chanticleer points. And Coastal Carolina is right back in the second set. Malone has always been that emotional type leader for Coastal Carolina. Really took a step forward a season ago. Played a lot more than she did her first 2 years. And it's always been sort of that Energizer Bunny emotional leader for the Chanticleers. And now the play starting to follow. Miscommunication there for the Lady Vols. A chance to get within 1. Malone nearly had another. Big swing. Was it off the touch? No. Just wide from Plante. Tennessee didn't seem to want the challenge, and Eve Rackham-Watt shaking her head, going back to the sideline, saying, this is becoming hard work on the Lady Vols side of things. Now I think they're talking things over at the table. They are. Don't know if a challenge came. No, it did not. So Stout at the service line. As it's played in on 2. A touch of class from Tennessee this time. They have made that play successful on a few occasions. That ends the run and sends Chapman to the service line. As Lewis, there's communication miscue on the serve receive. Tennessee now has a pair in a row. And timeout. 18-15. As Tennessee again, as Coastal Carolina got on the doorstep, finds a response. They've done that twice now in this set. Chanticleers rallied to tie the set at 11. They nearly tied it there. As Jalen Stout, subject of our Chanticleer spotlight, the Gainesville, Florida native, in the midst of another stellar performance. Set an NCAA record, 14 triple-doubles a season ago. Already 4 of them this year, including last time out in 3 sets against Gardner-Webb. Stout 5 kills, 7 assists, 6 digs so far in this one. And we're not through set number 2 yet. Still quite some ways to go. And what has been a seesaw type affair here in this second set. Chanticleer Bio presented by Shade and Shutter. Some of the crowd that has trickled in on a Saturday night has been treated to a pretty impressive showing through a set and change in Coastal Carolina. Leading 1 set to none. Sense the pressure mounting at times a bit for Tennessee. As Chapman serves away, that one kept alive. No, it's blown dead late, and Stout can't believe it. Neither can Steve Luswick. I think he's going to talk about a challenge here. It's an ace for Chapman. But I think Coach Luswick thinks that's not the first time that Stout's nearly gotten one. It was impressive to make it close. And he will use a challenge to have this one looked at. As is, it's 19-15. The Stout couldn't believe the whistle was late. It wasn't right away. And almost the ball got in the air, and then Chanticleer's almost hit the second time before the whistle. Here's a look. Boy, I tell you what, Plante might have been right spot, right time, 6 and white. Tough to see from that angle if Stout got the hand underneath it. Stout certainly felt like she did. Here's another look. You saw Stout adamant right away that she got the left hand underneath. So we'll see what the verdict becomes. Let's get one more look. Boy, that is awfully close. And we have seen times where Stout has waved off challenges where her head coach thought about it and Stout shakes her head like, don't challenge that one. That was not the case. She was adamant early on that she got underneath it. So we'll see what the verdict is. It would certainly have to replay the point. There's no clear advantage if Stout did keep it alive. And if you're Coastal Carolina, the length of discussion at the table might be a good sign. See, I tell you who had the best look was Emily Beaker. She looked right at it. It's a replay of the point. Stout did get there. So they'll replay the point. So it's back to 18-15. Coach Luswick successful on the challenge. Chapman at the service line. Malone, it'll be a free ball over. Tennessee trying to cash in. They try to go over on 2, and it went into the antenna off the block try. And now confusion, palms in the air for Tennessee. They said a replay the point again. And Caroline Kerr beside herself, as is Eve Rackham-Watt. Wait, it was called off the antenna. Let's see this again. Boy, it said rolled across the tape at the antenna. Okay. Rackham-Watt's case is it was out anyway. Last touch by Malone. So she's none too pleased with the call, trying to please her case, it walked right down the tape. And it would have fallen wide. And so with that, Robert Box and Morgan Shannon talk things over. Over what they think verdict should be. Coach Luswick certainly an interested bystander. He talks things over with Jalen Stout and Eve Rackham-Watt talking with Caroline Kerr. Initial call was to replay the point. Tennessee feels like they might have gotten robbed of this point twice. Stout got underneath what would have been a service ace on a challenge from Coach Luswick. So they replay the point, and then this was initially called to replay the point. The very next point after. And if that stands, we'll replay 18-15 twice. So here's another look. Kerr tried to dump it over. Boy, I'm not even sure if that got to Lezak on the other side. I think that could be the argument for Coastal Carolina. Did it even get across? Or was it touched at the tape? And Eve Rackham-Watt talking things over. And they will replay the point, I think. They'll try 18-15 for the third time. Round 3 here in set 2. Chapman again will serve away. Stout will set it up. Lezak, the swing. It's playable. Kerr kept it in. Free ball over. They'll go down the middle for Unal. Chapman there to cover. Kerr tees it up. And that one missed the mark. Plante tried to go down the sideline, and after all of that, Chanticleers win the point and are back within 2. Here's another look, trying to cut it right down the boundary and missed badly. Did the sophomore Earnhardt into the tape. Costly service error there. Service error number 6 for Coastal Carolina. The 4th here in set 2. Kubik back in to serve. Was the top recruit in All-America when she signed with Nebraska. Good serve here. Stout back to Lezak, stuffed Earnhardt there for the cover. Fowler gets a swing. Chayish was turned aside, kept alive by the Lady Vols. Fowler rolls it over. Incredible defense from Tennessee to keep it alive, and Fowler eventually gets the kill. Tennessee, though, still a 2-point advantage. As you get another look. Unal serves. Kerr on 2, Stout read it. That gives Lezak a chance. And missed it wide. She went cross court. A tight window there. She tried to navigate, missed the mark. And Tennessee back up by 3. Lady Vols first to 20 in the second set. James at the service line. It has sparked multitude of runs with her there before. Out wide, Fowler stuffed at the point of attack. Kerr along with Granberry turn it aside. And Coach Luswick will call time with the lead at 4. 21-17, the Lady Vols 4 points away from tying things up here with a win in set 2. They dropped the opening set. You see Eve Rackham-Watt talking things over with her troops. An orange windbreaker there on the far left side. It's 7th season at the helm for Tennessee, co-coach of the year. And when you have a setter like Kerr, that certainly helps. As you see Watt along with the rest of our coaching staff talking things over. And it's quite the staff assembled. Tyler Adams, Gavin Watt, and Kelsey Campbell. They had the Lady Vols humming a season ago. Certainly a different look. It's a Tennessee team, remember, that lost 5 starters, including 2 All-American outside hitters. Chapman has certainly blossomed early on in her career at that spot. She's had a good night with 5 kills, just 1 error on 12 swings for the reigning SEC Player of the Week. And Sydney James at the service line, trying to add to the 4-point edge. Fowler from the back line. Near side. Chiach, Stout there. Back to Fowler again. Chapman there to dig it out. Chiach, Lewis there. Varani tried on 2. And eventually Granberry puts it down for the Lady Vols. Another long rally. This time it goes Tennessee's way. They're 3 away from tying things up at a set apiece. Hit. So James had him on another mini run there. She's been at the service line. That is when Tennessee has gone on their bigger runs. Unable to continue it here, and Bengi to the service line with the shots trailing by 4. Chiach. Lewis kept it alive, or did she? And no. She was underneath and off the dive, went across the net. And that ended the point. So point to the Lady Vols. And then you see she goes under and tries to get out of harm's way. Referee on top of it. She went underneath, and that was that. Miss hit by Fowler, and I think it wasn't quite red initially. And Bengi, and now set point to Tennessee. And Steve Luswick, he thought timeout was coming. Coach Luswick said, nope, play it out. Tennessee trying to even things up here to set a piece. Stout trying to keep the set alive. It's off the antenna, and that closes down set number 2. So that closes down the set. Stout frustrated she missed that last swing. We're level at a set apiece. Good one brewing in Conway as the 16th ranked Lady Vols extract some revenge, and they head to the locker room tied 1 set all here in Conway.
Do you require shelter? Your inefficient participation will slow the process. Just this once.
Birds of a feather, we should stick together. Home?
Home.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Ow! wanna be me too. I'd 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 wanna be me too.
Boogum now, baby, your cast will still on me. You got me doing funny things like a clown. Just look at me.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than quarterback Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
It's lovely, Peyton.
Did you say Peyton or Peyton?
Peyton.
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 Great work.
Thank you. For your insurance and financial needs, Peyton, Nationwide is on your side.
Tied 1 set apiece. You see Lauren Malone in the middle of the Coastal Carolina huddle talking things over, and ever since they won that opening set, the message turned from, hey, maybe let's try to steal one, especially after being competitive in that second set. They say, hey, maybe let's try to beat these guys. Can we capture 2 of the final 3 sets and pull off the upset? And you see Lauren Malone, who has been an emotional leader for the Chanticleer program this couple of years. She's always the first one to celebrate a big point, and trying to do so here and get her team refocused and re-locked in after Tennessee captured a 25-18 margin of victory in that second set. Emily Fowler leading Coastal Carolina with 6 kills on 18 swings. 6 kills as well for Ncaa. She was much quieter in set 2, number of kills wise. Also number of swings started to go other places, like to Peyton Chapman, who has 5 kills in 12 swings for the Lady Vols. Coastal Carolina, you see, cool, calm, and collected in front of a good crowd that is turned out here in Conway on a blackout Saturday night. And you see Lady Falcons, they made their way in to watch some of the collegiate ladies do it. Certainly inspiring the next generation of collegiate players, perhaps. They've been treated to a good one. Service error is certainly a problem in that second set for the Chanticleers, where you go back after that first set, where Coastal Carolina was able to pull away and win it 26-24, just 2 service errors in that opening set. In set 5 alone, they amassed 4. So they doubled their service error total, and that's certainly part of the message from Coach Luswick, as Tennessee was back on the floor and trying to build off of that second set, where they led pretty much throughout. Never lead change in set number 2. We were tied just once in that second set. 5 times we're tied in that back and forth opening set. Chanticleer's hitting at 239, Tennessee at 221. Side out percentage jump for Tennessee from set 1 to set 2, just 57% in the opening set. Chanticleers were at 62% in set number 1. That number went to Tennessee in set 2, where they were 66%. Chanticleers were just 48% on the side out. So we get set for the 3rd set, and a pivotal one, and that in its best of 5. Whoever comes on top here be in the driver's seat to try to close things down in the 4th. Tennessee fresh off a 5-setter against Western Kentucky, where they were pushed and won the 5th set. It was the first match of this 4-match road swing. 1 there, 2 here, where the Lady Vols will play again tomorrow against Coastal Carolina for a 2-match series between the two. And then they'll take on the Terriers out of the Southern Conference in a couple days' time. So waiting to officially get started again. Chanticleers will serve first here in the third, as Delaria Unal will get it started. Unal serves away. Handled by Kerr, out wide, Giant. Stout for Fowler. She's got another. Emily Fowler leading the Chanticleers with 7 kills. And for the first time, Coastal Carolina captures the first point of the set. Lost the opening 2 points in each of the first 2 sets. Unal, another serve toward Kubik. Earnhardt tried to place it over and mishit it. And Earnhardt buries her face in her hands, knowing I could have played that a lot better. So they'll laugh about it, and they'll turn their focus to this next point after the teams split the first 2. Chapman serves away. Fowler swings away. Aaron Jones got to it but couldn't control it. And Coastal Carolina ledges back in front. So already a couple times where the Chanticleers have had the lead in set 3. They did not have it at all in that second set. They'll go out wide. Chayash, Lewis there for the day. They're going to try it again. She'll try to place it. Stout was there to turn it aside, and it'll result in a free ball. Caught Fowler off guard. Now Varani down the middle. Granberry slowed it down. They'll give it to Chayash again. This time she delivers. Nina Chayash, too many opportunities in a swing like that. Eventually, it's going to result in a kill. It does here. Kerr will serve at 2 apiece. And Fowler can't handle it. Another service ace, the 8th for Tennessee. Early in the third set. That has been a strength for the Lady Vols tonight. Stout's going to have a hard time getting that one over and can't. Aaron pass by Bengi. And Stout knows she's going to have a hard time trying to steer that one. They can play on the Aaron pass. It was handled well initially by Lewis. See if they serve that way again. Lewis and out of the head. Tennessee leading 4-2. Earnhardt called it off. Stout free to fire. Doug on the back line. Kubik. Chapman. Earnhardt there. Fowler's going to get a rip. Near side. Chayash. That's blocked. Jalen Stout can do it all. Stout teams up with Varani to turn it aside. Varani again entering the fray. As Fowler tried to go down the sideline. Another service error the 9th in the match. Said that was one of the keys in our Winter World things that matter. Key for the Chanticleers, start the point. Another service error cost him there. Varani, oh, how quick was that? No, they said it was lifted, so they take the point away. They said Varani wasn't on top of it. You saw the reaction late. So Tennessee out to a 6-3 edge here in the third. Free ball over, trying to make it 7-3. Kerr, Kubik. And Tennessee on a run. Chanticleers led 2-1. Since then, it is a 6-1 spurt for Tennessee. Chiash serves into the net. Now, how does Coastal Carolina respond? Can they start a run of their own? Trailing by 3 early in the third. And a nice swing from Chapman. And here, a lot of the Lady Vols, it was Kubik saying, hey, cover in case of a block. None came. Chapman just a really good swing on the delivery from Kerr. Lead back to 4 as Eckler will serve it away. Out wide, Malone. She's able to cover there. Stout. Eckler was able to dig it out. Long run. Smith keeps it alive. Free ball over. Tennessee another chance to extend the lead. Chapman cashes in. For the last 5 to the Lady Vols. It's 9-4. Bengi out wide for Stout. That was turned aside. Bengi on 2. Kerr's able to scramble and get there. Kubik. Chanticleers trail by 6. Tennessee with 5 of the last 6 points. And it results in an early timeout from Steve Luswick. Tennessee trying to capture the lead here in the special.
There's a fire here. A drive to learn more, to be more, to reach for more. Boldly, we innovate with research that makes an impact on our world. Boldly, we excel, turning challenges into triumphs. Boldly, we believe in ourselves and in each other. Coastal Carolina University. Boldly, we reach.
Best Golf Cars is the longest-standing club car dealer on the Grand Strand since 1988. We offer the best sales financing programs and warranties in the business, and our off-site service plans will keep your car running for years to come. When you're shopping for a golf car, look no further than bestgolfcars.com. We have 3 convenient locations and offer same or next-day delivery. The only place to buy a golf car in the Myrtle Beach area is bestgolfcars.com.
There's a fire here.
So Tennessee has been humming of late, winning 5 of the last 6 points, including a 3-0 spurt. In fact, they've won 6 of the last 8. And as a result, they have an early commanding lead here in this third set. As Abby Eckler again goes back to serve. A pair of 3-0 runs already here in this third set. Malone. Chapman there to send it back. And the Lady Vols looking like the 16th team in all the land. Last few points or so. And a service error allows Coastal to get one back. Good sense Chanticleer's getting a little bit of a run here. Try to get this crowd back in it. It was so vocal in that opening set. Here in set two, just seems like they're waiting here in the third. Another moment. Free ball over. There's been too many of those here in the third if you're the Chanticleers. Kubik tried to cash in. Unal and Lizak said, Perhaps that's the point that can stem the tide. Unal and Lizak send it back. Far from the first time they've teamed up to do this. Stout again, serves away. Kubik handles. Kerr on two. Unal got enough. Malone rolls it over. A touch of class there from Malone. Blocked on her last swing. Went up the same way this time, but then just tried to roll it over the top and does so. And now the Chanticleers have a mini run of their own. 3 in a row. And now I think Kubik wanting a towel to get perspiration off the floor. This is everything in order. And now Chapman thinks it's not good enough. So she'll take a few swipes at it. Make Stout sit and think about it at the service line just a little bit longer. See if that has any effect on the serve here. Kubik again handles up top and sending it down is Emily Beaker. Skying above everybody to send that one down to the deck. Beaker stands at 6'5", got a lot higher than that there. And now they'll follow it with an ace. Seems like here in this set, since the first couple of points anyway, that they're able to tally 1 point a second is in order right behind it. They've gotten points in bunches here in this fourth set. Lizak has to place it over. Kerr down the middle again. It's Beaker. And Tennessee with a touchdown lead here in the third set. Got another look at how quickly they turn that one around. Another strong serve, another service ace. The 10th ace of the night for Tennessee from the service line. And another timeout from Coach Luswick, who is seeing this third set slip away quickly. It's now 15-7, and Tennessee starting to have that mojo back. Everything seemed to go awry for the Lady Vols in the first until late. They made that run, but Coastal Carolina was able to hold them off in a fairly competitive set in set number 2. And now here in set 3, by far the best Tennessee has looked all night. And they're starting to play with that confidence and swagger that led them to a sweep of UCLA, where they won in straight sets against the Bruins. So one common opponent early on in the season between these two. Chanticleers drop that 3-0. There's a look at Steve Luswick, who's looking for answers here in this third set. Won the Sun Belt a season ago with the interim tag. And was given the job permanent basis shortly after the campaign. Also leads the volleyball team on the beach for Coastal Carolina. So beach and indoor, Steve Luswick has had success at both. And now with his team trailing here 15-7, trying to turn the tide. See if Lauren Malone can get him fired up as she did in that opening set. Chapman has been brilliant at the service line. A pair of aces on the night. None here though. Malone swings and delivers. Coastal Carolina though knows they're gonna have to get a run going. Even if you don't win this set, get some momentum. And the crowd climbing back into it, approaching the fourth. Go back last time these teams met all the way back in 2014. China Clears actually won that one in 4. From the back line, Chias. Boy, that's an area she is so dangerous. Doesn't have to be right at the tape. And swing big from the back line, does so there. As Kubik just danced it over the tape. Stout back, Lezak. Out wide, Lewis there for the dig. Fowler, she's been quiet of late. Can't get it down here. Wanting it wide is Beaker, and Beaker again deals the kill. Her third kill in the set. And the lead stretches to 9. So they're trying to make quick work of set 3, a set where the China Clears led 2-1 early on. Lezak, that one finds the mark. Since that 2-1 start, it has been a 16-7 run for Tennessee. Beaker has been a big part of it, not this time. Chias, that doesn't get across. Trying to take a big swing to Chias off the send back from Beaker. Or was it to be there? And Unal will get to serve for a second time. And missed it well wide. Service errors tallying up here, the 8 for Coastal Carolina. Tennessee has 7 of them. The difference is it comes with 10 aces, 3 aces for Coastal Carolina. And that Tennessee hitting percentage in this set, 304, by far their highest of the match. Trade a pair of service errors here. Comes back in. And she'll serve away. That one just does graze over the tape. On 2, Kerr saw her opening and delivered with authority. There's been times she's clearly been frustrated at times in the first 2 sets. Perhaps took some frustration out there as she saw the opening and then delivers this one long. So back-to-back trips to the service line where it's been a service error for the Lady Vols. the Sun Belt connection now as well with Tennessee across the athletic program as Fowler deals this one in. Sent back. And the point will go to Coastal Carolina. Connection would be the new women's basketball coach for the Lady Vols. Kim Caldwell, a year ago, won the Sun Belt as a first-year head coach with Marshall. Her first year leading a D1 program, and boy, they were a treat to watch with the Thundering Herd under Caldwell's leadership, and now at the helm of the Tennessee program. Such a fun play style as well. Big point here, Stout off the block, puts it down. That'll get the crowd back in it momentarily. It's back within 5. See that one glanced off the touch and not wanting the run to get any bigger. Eve Rackham-Watt calls time. A 3-0 scoring run for Coastal Carolina, trying to get back into this third set. And trailed by as many as 9, it's now 5. Mentioned earlier, both these teams have played UCLA earlier this year, and here's a look at how it went for both sides. Tennessee winning in straight sets. It was perhaps their most complete performance of the season, hitting in a 324 clip for the match, just 12 errors to go with the 47 kills. The Chanticleers fell in 3 sets. You see the hitting percentage there. They struggled to find the mark. And the errors piled up as well. UCLA, who is 25th in the country, that knocked them out of the rankings for when they played the Chanticleers. Common opponent between the two. I'm sure both coaches able to draw some compare and contrast on the film. Chanticleers, though, have gotten a set from the Lady Vols and trying to fight back here in the third. Chanticleer team that has grown in confidence since then as well. Go back a week ago, they swept Virginia 1 week ago before losing in 5 sets in a thriller in the rematch 1 day later. Fowler at the service line, dances it in. Kerr sets it up. Chiash finds the mark right between Lewis and Malone. Didn't have the velocity on it that she sometimes does, but finds the mark nonetheless. Now Chiash goes to the service line and finds the mark. Saw right away that Kelsey Campos said they wanted to go to the same side right at Anna Smith. We'll see if they go there again. Smith wasn't able to handle the last one. It became the 11th ace for the Lady Vols. So it goes to Lewis. She handles. Stout deals the blow. Couple kills now for Jalen Stout in the set. She's got 7 already with a double-double. 12 assists, 11 digs, looking for yet another triple-double. Just 3 kills away in the entire set after this at least to play. As the service error gives it back to the Vols. Tennessee now just 3 points away from capturing their first lead in the match at 2 sets to 1. Bengi. Unal. Sent back, and that one was just mistimed from the jump. As Chapman wasn't quite on the same page there. And as a result, Chanticleers get one closer. You see Kerr sort of looking around at Chapman. And Chapman, the freshman, still takes time to build that chemistry Kerr sets it up. This time was on the mark, but Chapman missed it long. So back-to-back points, it's back to 5. And at the very least, if you're the Chanticleers, remember Tennessee led by 9 in the set. Didn't let him run away with it. Was able to perhaps get some momentum back as you head to the 4th. Stout has her eyes on something bigger, perhaps. It's a good serve to start it. Stout sets it up. Lezak, and to cover, they do. Malone. That one's stuffed but wide. Chapman thought she had it turned back with Beaker, but it was wide of the mark, and now it's down to 4. Boy, Beaker got her left paw up there and sent it back, but too wide, and now another 3-0 run. The margin just 4, so certainly not making it comfortable on Tennessee is Coastal Carolina. At one point was a 17-8 Tennessee lead. It's been 10-5 since. And Coastal Carolina trying to carry some momentum, perhaps as they steer toward what could be a must-win 4th set. As Tennessee tries to hold them off and capture their first lead. This is the series history between the two. They played twice before, Tennessee winning the first meeting. Last time came 10 years ago, nearly to the day, where the Chanticleers won 3-1 over the Lady Vols. They nearly played last year. The Chanticleers thought in moments they might have Western Kentucky beat in the NCAA tournament, but Western Kentucky was able to win that match, and they went on to play Tennessee. Western Kentucky pushed Tennessee last time out in a 5-set thriller. Stout, good serve. Chapman delivers right in front of Smith. So that stems the tide. Tennessee now 2 points away from capturing set number 3. And it's right by Smith again. They have targeted her in the service game here in this set. Smith, who is brilliant defensively, specifically in that opening set. This handles the serve here, and it's set point, Tennessee. Smith handles a good one here. Malone to keep it alive, misfires, and Tennessee has a 2-1 lead. 25-18, just as it was in the second. And now the Lady Vols a chance to finish it off in 4.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot is the greatest DreamWorks movie ever.
Did anyone order me?
It's not just the best animated movie of the year.
Do you need assistance?
It's one of the best movies, period.
I will protect you.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Tennessee, the first lead they've had all night. Now 2-1 after Coastal Carolina captured the opening set. Tennessee responds with the last two, and here's what they have upcoming. After Coastal Carolina tomorrow, they're on the road against Wofford. It takes place on the 16th. Then they take Western Michigan against Alabama thereafter to start the SEC slate. That one can be seen on SEC Network September 25th, 7 o'clock to start SEC play. Tennessee, though, not done with their work here. They lead 2-1. The 16th team in all the land has been tested in front of a good crowd here in Conway. Student section was riled up and ready to go, and they're hoping that a fifth set is on the horizon. See the Chanticleers match up with Tennessee tomorrow. It'll be a 1 o'clock first serve time right here on ESPN+. And they head to Raleigh. It has been a tough schedule for Steve Looswick's club, playing like UCLA, Georgia Tech. They've been on the schedule. They beat Virginia. 2 matches with Tennessee. NC State on the horizon before conference play starts the 27th and 28th right here in the HTC Center when Marshall comes to town. You can see those matches on ESPN+. Chanticleers have already beaten one opponent from the ACC, and UVA nearly took 2 matches from the Cavaliers. Lost a heartbreaker in 5 sets to Virginia last Sunday. Took the opening set here today, and now Jalen Stout on triple-double watch yet again. It seems like a nightly occurrence where this team plays. Just 3 kills away from a triple-double, 13 assists, 11 digs on the night, and the Chanticleers, we think, would need her to get to that number to try to force a decisive fifth. Kubik will serve away. Lewis for the serve received down the middle, Udall. Chais just turned it around a bit. Fowler off the block, came right back to her. Lewis couldn't cover, and Tennessee captures the opening blow of the fourth. The block again there. Mentioned, could they have the Saturday night block party? Chanticleers actually led that category through the first 3 sets. Now 4 blocks aside. That one's wide from Lezak in Tennessee. As they did the first 2 sets, capturing the opening 2 points. Certainly if you're Coastal Carolina, don't want to make it 3. Kubik serves away. Stout out wide. Fowler will ensure it remains just 2. Well, Chanticleers led 2-1 a set ago, and then Tennessee won 6 of the next 8 points. And they held that lead throughout. Now it's the Chanticleers trailing 2-1 here in the fourth. And a service error makes it 3-1 Lady Vols. Another service error for the Chanticleers, their 10th. At 13 in 3 sets on Thursday in a sweep of Gardner-Webb. Sydney James serves away. Stout out wide. Fowler brings the hammer again. Her 10th kill of the night. They have sent it her way, and Fowler is delivered, hitting in a 320 clip. Not bad for the sophomore out of Statesboro, Georgia. Bengi tried to go wide. Another service error. That's 2 in a row now for Coach Luswick's club. 2 trips to the service line resulted in 2 Tennessee points on a service error. Mentioned the key in starting the point. Half of Tennessee's points here early in the 4th have come courtesy of Chanticleer service errors. Bengi sets it, Fowler again. Kerr was there, long pass, battle at the net, Fowler wins it. Boy, is she playing well. Now she'll go to the service line. Malone back in for Coastal Carolina. Fowler gets the serve in. Near side, Chapman right at Bengi, and she wasn't able to handle it. Chapman, another big swing. I think Eve Rackamwatt might have another big-time outside hitter in the making. After losing 2 All-Americans at the position a year ago, Chapman has played really well early on. Free ball over for the Lady Vols. Can't cash it in. Stout takes a swing. It's blocked. Kubik was there. And Stout a little slow to get up. And that brings the crowd to near silence as they tend to Stout, who didn't quite stick the landing. And she said, as we mentioned earlier, she lives for matches like this and trying to find a way to perhaps stay in. Athletic training staff out, and you can hear a pin drop inside the HTC Center. A Stout who just 3 kills away from back-to-back triple doubles to start the home slate. Certainly, Chanticleers hope she is okay. She'll walk on her own power. That's certainly good news. And Emma Van Elslande will come in. Van Elslande saw some action in that matchup with Gardner Webb. The athletic training staff will check in on Jalen Stout. Certainly that's where all the attention in the arena is going. She's such a vital part of what Coastal Carolina does. And it's 6-3 and a must-win set. You know, she'll be doing everything she can to get back out there if she can. Chias. Oh, the touch over a beauty. Chapman was there to ensure the errant pass was sent down. And now Tennessee leads by 4. Chias serves away, kept alive. Varani sends it over. Back outside, Chapman is stuffed, but it's wide. And Tennessee has made it a 4-0 run to lead 8-3. See Stout on the sideline, frustrated as Chias serves away. They sense an opportunity. Malone finds the mark. Nice swing there from Lauren Malone. Get him back within 4. Lewis back to the service line, but pressure up on Binky too, the other setter for Coastal Carolina, trying to set it up. Stout does so often. Tennessee finds a miscue there. Try to go to Kubik and not on the same page again with Kerr. as it's sailing over her head, so the Chanticleers grab a couple in a row. Chiash handles this one. Curve. Kubik that time was there. Smith able to handle it. Fowler. Back over it comes. Bengi. For Unal. Dig Chiash and down the middle. Kept alive again. Out wide. Malone puts it down. And a momentum point for the Chanticleers. And Stout, a wry smile as she sees Malone deliver. Lewis serves again. Another good one at Chiash. Back out wide, Chapman. Bengi was there. Malone blocked. Bengi gets a chance to set. And Slade missed. Van Oslande tried to find the sideline. And the sophomore from Luxembourg just missed the mark. Bengi a long way to get there, and they can't turn it around. So after Coastal Carolina gets within a pair, Tennessee responds with 2 in a row of their own. It's 10-6, and Southern Coastal Carolina, Jalen Stout, who walked over to the bench, hasn't gotten up since. Sitting leaning forward, watching the proceedings. Out wide for Malone. Malone, another big kill. So nicely done from Malone as they go out wide. Kerr couldn't corral it. And the crowd applauding as Jalen Stout is back in. So that's certainly good news. Stout to the service line. And the jump serve, certainly a good sign as well. Kubik missed it long. Chanticleers with 2 in a row again. Back within a pair again. And Stout at the service line. These are Tennessee contingent that's made their way down to the beach. They too, on their feet applauding when Stout came back in. Couldn't get that one though. As Chapman able to put it down back to a 3-point margin. Tennessee trying to capture this 4th set and come away with their 4th win in a row. Stout will set it out wide for Lezak. That one's turned aside. Emily Beaker does the honor. It's exchanging points in pairs. Chanticleers made it 8-6. Tennessee made it 10-6. Chanticleers got it to 10-8. It's now 12-8. From the back line, it's Fowler. They return the favor, make it 12-10. As Bailey Earnhardt goes to the service line. Out wide, it'll end up a free ball. Stout sets it up for Fowler off the block. Middle. Got a good look at Chiash. Fowler again turned aside. Earnhardt keeps it alive for now. Lezak able to push it over. Another chance at the tape, and it's won by Uno. The Chanticleers do respond with 2 in a row again. Last 12 points have come in stretches of 2s, back and forth. Get a good angle at the shot from Lezak, and then the battle at the tape. Bernhardt spins the serve in. Kubik ends the run. Oh, back up by 3 go the Lady Vols. I think neither side can get that 3rd point in a row, but 2 in a row have been fairly common here in set 4. Kubik fresh off the kill, now goes to the service line. And misfired long. So service error, the 10th for the Lady Vols. But there's certainly upside there if you're a fan of Tennessee. There's been, 13, beg your pardon, service aces. 11 service errors for Coastal Carolina. Uno. Chanticleers try to defend the swing from Chiash. There's no defense for that. She goes cross court for the kill. And back to a 3-point margin. As back in comes Kiki Granberry, the Delray Beach, Florida native, as you get another look at that big swing. Stuck it in the corner. And James out of rhythm, that ball on the floor, and because he can't post it, hey, roll it over here, get back in the routine. She does. It's a good serve. Stout. Outside Fowler again. Emily Fowler enjoying the bright lights in a Saturday night matchup with the Lady Vols. Go back to her career high in kills at 16 against yet another Power 5 opponent in Virginia. Just picked up her 12th tonight. Coastal Carolina back within 2. Can they draw closer? No, it's a service error. The 12th. Timeout. Tennessee with a 15-12 lead. They're trying to polish it off, but the Chanticleers refusing to go away at home on a Saturday night. Thanks. So, and there's a big matchup in Conway. Banana Man has been there the last couple nights. No different tonight, as he has become a legend in his own right in the fandom for Coastal Carolina. He looks on as he tries to cheer the Chanticleers back here. And Islande got a swing there, so does Ncaa here. That one over top of the tape. Varani said they went over to no avail. Varani thought they went too far across. Coach Luswick's gonna ask about it. As is, it's at 16-12. Take another look. Is the reach too far? Tough to tell from that angle. Chanticleers won't challenge. It's a 4-point Tennessee lead. Really good serve from Kerr out wide. And Islande on the board with a kill. As Lauren Malone checks in for Earnhardt. Fowler back to the service line. 3 aces, 12 errors from the line for the Chanticleers so far tonight. Out wide, Ncaa. The block got a piece, Lewis got the dig. Here comes Malone! Another big swing for the senior. She's got a dozen kills, hitting at a 261 clip, well above her average. On the season, she's hitting at a 183 mark. Tennessee calls time as the Chanticleers behind Malone are back within a pair. 16-14 will take the timeout with them. It's the Lady Vols clinging to a 2.
Do you require shelter? Your inefficient participation will slow the process. Just this once.
We should stick together.
Home? Home.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Ow! Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
Mentioned a few times the good crowd on hand on a Saturday night blackout in Conway. They've been treated to quite the match so far. Match that saw Coastal Carolina take the opening set, Tennessee the next 2. Fowler at the line with the Chanticleers trailing by a pair in the 4th. Free ball over. Boy, miscommunication abound. It's a free one back to Tennessee. They nearly mishandle it. They'll try it again. Bingy, near side, Malone. Dig had on the back by King. Bingy answers with a dig. Long pass, Van Islande. Can't get it down, but it is a free over perhaps. Bengi down the middle, Fowler rejected. Long rally, Van Islande. That one's stuffed and covered. She'll try it again. Trying to place over, they do. Bengi, Varani, dig Kerr. Ncaa sent back. Back within 1. Banana Man approves. And the crowd back in it. The Chanticleers in front of this home crowd, giving the 16th ranked team in all the land all they can handle. Service error proves costly there. Tennessee back by a pair. We mentioned the service error woes for the shots. That's 13. Tennessee has been strong from the service line. In fact, it's the most aces in the 25-point rally scoring era in Tennessee history. 13 of them tonight. The previous high was 12. They got a 14. The 14th ace stretches the lead to 3 and a little bit of breathing room. Ncaa. From the back line, trying to steer it in. They do. Chapman. Block out of touch. Out wide, Van Slande. Missed it. A lot of this without Stout. And this last exchange is. She has a wrap around her torso just above her hip. So certainly we'll see if when it rotates back to her at the service line, does she come back in? We'll certainly see if that's the case. As is, it's 19-15. Chanticleer's called time. Did note when Stout came back after the injury, she did not attempt a swing in that sequence. It was on the near side where she had a swing and didn't stick the landing. And I wonder if she's completely right, and certainly a short turnaround before another matchup with the Lady Vols tomorrow. Stout talking things over with Emma Van Slande here before they retake the floor. Chanticleer's trailing 19-15. Tennessee closing in on a 4th consecutive victory. Lauren Malone, though, has other ideas for Coastal Carolina. Ncaa at the service line. What a big addition she's been for Eve Rackham-Watt. Graduate transfer from Towson. Jump serve on the way. It's another ace. 15 of them now for the Lady Vols. And they are 5 points away. And if you can dial that one up again, you rinse and repeat. She tried to. Lewis was there. Malone missed long, no touch. Lewis thinks there was a touch. The sideline thinks there was a touch. Steve Lewiswick said, let's look and see if there's a touch. Challenge coming. And a pivotal one at that. As is, it's 21-15. And it's a 5-0 run for Tennessee after Coastal Carolina got it within 1 at 16-15. If this is turned around, it becomes back to a 4-point margin. And a question, was there a touch at the tape on the block? Certainly missed long. Chanticleers thought there was a touch, perhaps right there or there. Chapman and Granberry were both in on the block attempt. It looked like from that angle, perhaps Chapman was the closest to it. They've reached the verdict here. Does he get another look? And he said it didn't say there was a touch. Coach Lewiswick didn't like it, nor does this crowd, and as a result, it's a 5-0 Tennessee run. 21-15. The serve of Ncaa has been big. Malone will end the run. No doubt about that one. Ncaa and Chapman each with 3 service aces, 4 for Kerr. It's been the story of the night. Malone with a big swing to end a 5-0 spurt. Chanticleers need a run of their own, trailing by 5 late in the set, and it's a costly service error. Tennessee just 3 points away. Set at the top, 13 service errors would be too many to upset the Lady Vols. That was number 14. Bengi out wide, Malone rolls it over. Kept alive as Kubik did a nice job. Try outside, and they were out of sorts. Set was too high for Beaker. And back to a 5-point margin again. Tennessee still just 3 points away as they'll try finish it off. Stout does come back in a service line rotation. But imagine that it doesn't feel confident on the attack, and that's why we've seen Emma Vanislande in there on that rotation. It's an awkward landing. So they've played without Stout on the attack for the majority of this 4th set, but she comes in to serve here. It's a good one. Kubik able to handle. Here she comes down the line. You see the reaction from Stout trying to get to it. Not perhaps what it normally would be. Tennessee closing in, just 2 away. Service error, send it back to the Chanticleers. Seems like in between points, Stout's moving okay. Malone will serve here. She has not served tonight. She'll get a crack at it here. The big spot, trailing by 5 in the 4th. Big jump serve coming. Backline attack, Stout the dig. Set up, Lezak off the block. Stout tees it up for Fowler. It's been a successful combination. They can't get into the deck here though. Stout, another dig. And they'll blow the whistle and say it got to the deck. And that sets up match point Volunteers. They know they'd love to finish it from the service line. After dropping the first set, trying to win the next 3 and finish it off. Stout, out wide, Fowler. And that does it. The block gets there for Tennessee. And the ladies from Rocky Top have their 4th win in a row. And they were certainly tested tonight in front of a rowdy crowd early. But Tennessee captures the final 3 sets as Coastal Carolina fought valiantly, certainly taking the opening set, but then the Lady Vols win the next 3 sets, and they'll do it all again tomorrow. 25-18 Tennessee winning the final 3 sets. Lady Vols now winners of 4 in a row. And for our entire student-run crew, I'm Kyle Rush saying so long, where Tennessee makes it 4 in a row with a 3-1 victory.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot is the greatest DreamWorks movie ever.
Did anyone order me?
It's not just the best animated movie of the year.
Do you need assistance?
It's one of the best movies, period.
I will protect you.
The Wild Robot. Rated PG. In theaters September 27th.
Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be me too.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than quarterback Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
It's lovely, Peyton.
Did you say Peyton or Peyton?
Peyton.
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 Great work.
Thank you. For your insurance and financial needs, Peyton, Nationwide is on your side.
Make the bunny circle over and under. Get one bunny. Pull. Did you just do it? You did it. Let me see. I gotta look.
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on.
Somos los que siempre ganan.
What a wonderful atmosphere.
Nos ponemos las pilas, arranca el partido.
Somos los que siempre ganan.
What a wonderful atmosphere.
Nos ponemos las pilas, arranca el partido.
Another chapter in this remarkable fairy tale season. The old and bitter enemies clashing again.
La liga más grande que tiene el fútbol, la Liga de España.
¡A la Madrid!